How's it going, ladies and bruises? I'm Bobby Sixkiller, and welcome back to Divinity Original Sin 2. Now it is time for us to face off against Dallas the Hammer. I've reorganized my skills, I've learned some new skills, I've changed up my equipment a bit. I'm ready for this fight. Now let's buff up and get ready. This should be the last episode of Divinity, which is sad. Man, what a trek it's been. What a trek it's been. I mean, wow. I assume this would be like episode 80 or so?
Woken.
Lucian the Divine. Oh,
Dallas
God.
told me about you. You must be as hard as diamonds and twice as bright to have come so far. Your Divine welcomes you.
Surprise!
Surprise!
Lucian frowns at the figure, then bestows a benevolent smile upon you. All that you know of him flashes across the panorama of your mind. You open your mouth to speak.
I underestimated you, Godwoken. You have proven to be a formidable foe. You have my respect.
Oh, thanks, Dallas.
Respect indeed.
Shut up,
Lucian's
Lucian.
gaze rests upon you and goes through you. He takes your measure entirely.
Lucian, we should tell the Godwoken the truth.
Yes, I agree. It is time we dropped our masks.
You've been working for Lucian this whole time.
Dallas nods, then reaches for the sides of her head. Where there was one face, suddenly there are four. She takes off the mask of the shapeshifter. A skull is revealed, bejeweled and ancient as the void.
I am eternal.
Good for you.
Surprise, surprise.
Who the fuck are you, guy? Remark that clarifies very little. Demand an explanation.
Fear not, Godwoken. Dallas is on the side of all that is good. She is helping me rid Rivellon of the influence of the Source. Listen to her.
I shall tell you the tale as I told it to Lucian. Long ago, the scholar Fane discovered that the veil between the world and the void was made of Source. Our 7 lords desired this power.
Fane, as in the character we could have taken.
Of course.
Silence, slave. Our king forbade the 7 to reach for this power, but they didn't listen. Instead, they rebelled and sent the king and his people into the void.
With the Source they stole from the Veil. The 7 created the races so they would have worshippers.
That's why the 7 lords would need worshippers.
During their lives, worshippers collect Source. When they die, the gods feed from them. It's an ingenious system.
Our souls are nothing but vats for the Source-hungry gods.
The 7 made a mistake. By taking its source, they tore a hole in the veil, and it is through this hole that the void finds its way into our world.
The 7's lust for power let in the void. Our goal is to close the hole they created, to restore the Source to the veil.
When we talked to that void worker earlier, didn't he say something about people invading their world and they wanted the hole closed as well?
When we are done, there shall be no more Source in the world. No more gods, no more worship, no more war, no more chaos, no more demons, no more Voidwoken. Rivellon will have peace at last.
Ask Lucian if the greater good is really what motivates him.
He hesitates, then he swallows his pride.
Here is the truth. I have killed thousands, perhaps millions for the greater good. But I made a mistake. It was my use of Death Fog that opened the door to the God King. It upset the Veil, and took the 7 by surprise. My one mistake meant all those sacrifices were for naught. Those sacrifices must have meaning. They must stop the void once and for all.
Ask about the plan.
I seek vengeance against the king and against the 7.
There is more, but she hesitates to share it. Then she decides that she must.
Well, when Zul Stizza pushed her way into us, it was obvious that she wasn't a good guy.
I was but a child when the war started. The king, in his fury, separated my family and scattered us across the world to be entombed. He did this because it was my father who gave the Seven the secret of the Veil, against the king's explicit instructions. Ironically, the king's punishment is what saved me from the Void. Only a very few Eternals escaped banishment. Myself, my mother, and my father, the scholar Fane.
Fane's your father? Well, I'm glad I didn't bring him along. Jesus.
I seek vengeance against the king and the Seven, and I offer my father the chance to atone for his sins.
Didn't bring him, sorry.
Dallas has her reasons, as you can see. I seek peace for Rivellon, and for myself. Her ambitions align with my own, and I always believed the goal justifies the means.
I think that's your biggest problem, Lucian. Ask how an Eternal becomes a general in the Divine Order.
During the war, the real Dallas found my tomb. I took her place and quickly realized that Lucian was the key to my vengeance. And I was the key to the salvation of Rivellon.
Wonder how they intend to achieve their ambitions.
While Dallas sought the Eterran, I started draining the gods of their source.
Slurp, slurp, slurp.
Shut up, you fucking weirdo.
One more word from you, and I shall use the leash.
Exactly.
I had to hide from the gods. So I had the walls of this crypt equipped with tenebrium, and protections put in place. It worked. Everyone, even the gods, thought me dead. As divine, I was created, empowered to stop the Void. I was the avatar of the Seven, their strength and their weakness. My bond to them allowed me to drain them of their source.
Ask about the slave. Whose face is that beneath the hood?
Maggot, I am no slave. I am Brachus Rex. I am the Source King.
Brachus Rex, huh?
With a flick of her wrist, Dallas sends a jolt through Brachus's body. He writhes in pain.
Ah,
He is but a tool. I used him to find the Eterran. When we are done, I will release him from his duty. I will free him from his pain.
suggests that stealing the source of the Seven weakened the gods and allowed the Voidwoken to appear.
Indirectly. And when the Death Fog was unleashed, many elves died. With fewer elves to worship him, Tyr Sandilius weakened. This gave the God King his first real foothold back in the world. To strengthen himself, he sent his Voidwoken, the remnants of my people, to hunt down the sorcerers seeking to reclaim their source.
We turned the appearance of Voidwoken to our advantage. To fix the veil, all source needs to be removed from the world. Blaming the sorcerers for Voidwoken made them easier to capture.
You're an asshole, man.
The Eterran now contains almost all of the source the Seven stole. Soon, we will be able to heal the veil.
The Void shall be banished, and I, Lucian the Divine, shall return from the dead. A false divine, of course. I shall have no power. But the world will not know this. I shall demand peace, and we shall have it.
But you want to be in charge of the world. Anyway.
The plan is almost complete.
We have made so many sacrifices, Godwoken. All of us. Of ourselves and those we love. One last sacrifice is required. For the future of Rivellon. You must surrender your source.
Decide. Be the true hero and give up your source, or be forced to submit. Like a coward. Like a slave.
There is no other way. The source of the world is required to close the veil. All of the source.
Oh
I
no.
only lack yours.
Note that giving up one's source renders one a silent monk, a husk of oneself, a non-being.
As I say, one last sacrifice is required. Yours.
Remark that their plan means there shall be no true divine.
Good. You understand.
The world shall not know this. I shall return from the grave, a divine without power, yet all who desire power shall fear me. I shall carry the secret of my lack of divinity. Peace shall reign.
Tell them you've heard enough.
Then let us proceed. Show some responsibility. Surrender your source.
You'll be a hero. Everyone will know of the sacrifice you'll make. Your name will be synonymous with the survival of Rivellon.
Don't let them do this to us!
But our souls. There has to be another way.
The last time I obeyed Lucian, countless innocents died. Surrender my source. He should surrender his life.
What do I do? It sounds like surrendering our source is the thing to do. It's the good thing to do. It's what will save Rivellon. But they're assholes, man, especially Dallas and Lucian. But I should surrender my source anyway. They don't have to, do they? Or do we all have to? Guess we all have to. They don't want to. You shall have your sacrifice. I surrender my source for the good of all Rivellon. Okay, now what? Inside we found Lucian was alive, along with him Dallas and Vredeman, in fact Brachus Rex. Lucian told us that we must allow ourselves to be purged so that the world can be saved from Voidwoken. I finally confronted Dallas only to find that she's an ally of Lucian the Divine. All this time they've conspired to thwart the Godwoken in their own efforts to save the world. I am no champion. I am a pawn. Okay. Do I talk to you? Nothing's happening. Ooh, blood.
I am Brachus Rex. I am the Source King. You shall not seal the veil, and I shall not be struck down. I call on the God King. Come, claim what is yours.
How? What? You are unleashed!
I think the game broke. I don't know why nothing happened.
Surprise, surprise, surprise. You left the leashing wand next to me, you stupid maggot.
Maggot.
So
Kill him.
do shut up, you tedious buffoon. And don't look so surprised. As if I would allow a bone bag to enslave me. Me!
Address the cloaked figure directly. He is the Source King reborn and his name is Brachus Rex.
Brachus Rex, you ignorant dog. Brachus!
Kill him. Now.
Too late, you mouldering, blight-stained pigs. Grant me power, my ally. God King, I call on you.
He's got quite a way with words, this man. Tell Brachus to shut his goddamn mouth.
You dare interrupt Brachus Rex? How novel. Who are you to challenge the Source King?
Tell him you are Godwoken with a claim on divinity. He is but an upstart, a relic, a pebble on the path. You shall put the great Source King back in his box.
Ha! You are the fetid dirt on my boot. You are nothing at all. I am the Source King. I shall rule.
Okay, here we go. It's fight time. Oh, shit. Okay, he's pretty powerful, huh? He's terraforming the entire arena. And we're in the void. Cool. Well, that's exciting.
My ally sends me a pet. What a fitting gift.
What pet?
Ruling the world with a bloody fist can be lonely. I needed a companion. Come to your father.
Whoa.
Come to the Source King.
Fuck. Okay, that's pretty intimidating. Kraken. 20,000 health. Shit. Is that gonna kill us? Oh, it's doing something already. What's that? Isbale. Let me kill you. Oh, great. The Sallow Man? You're summoning dudes that I've killed. Bosses that I've killed. Kim? Fuck, Kim's pretty strong. We filled him recently. Wasn't that long ago we beat him. Hey, these guys aren't hostile though, but they're not allies either. They're yellow. They're neutral. Feel like Brachus Rex is the obvious target. We should be up there killing him specifically. does this status effect do? Plague. Oh my god, that's really fucking bad. Does this get rid of plague? No. That's a bad status effect, man. Reduce constitution by 5 and damage by 30%. Fuck, man, that's weakening. Get in there, Sabille. Trying to fuck this guy up. Boom. Get him. Get that Brachus Rex, son of a bitch. Rupture tendons. Make him bleed when he walks. Now what are you doing, Dallas? You can Void Glide as well. What does that make you, a Void monster? Oh, you're a dragon. Well, okay. I guess actually that makes sense. In the context of Divinity, that would make you a Dragon Knight, right? That's actually pretty cool. I have to admit, that's pretty cool. You're a Dragon Knight? That's pretty fucking awesome. It's pretty badass. But we just learned Arrow Storm, and I think that might be our key to victory. And our frame rate just tanked. What the hell? That's some pretty good damage, man. Why did you move back there? I didn't tell you to move. Game, you're being weird again. This game does some weird shit sometimes, man. It's so unpredictable. Oh, look at that. We're actually hurting his health already. His armor's gone. He's strong though. And you're hitting magic armor, there's no point you attacking even. We have learned a couple of new tricks since the last time you saw us fight, by the way. Summon inner demon.
I'll yield to none.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. I need to get out there and terrify him. Oh, also we got mass cleanse wounds from runes. I believe that'll get rid of plague too, but don't know if it's worth using right now. Move over here and then use demonic tutelage. This is basically Overwatch mode. If someone walks into there, we'll whomp him with our demon. With our demon form. Oh, the Geist is getting in there. He won't last long though. I remember when Geists were terrifying and now they're quite fragile compared to most enemies. Ooh, nasty. You just got Salomand in the back. If they were allies, they'd be buffing us too, which would be nice. But they're fuckwits, so I'm glad they're not allies. Go fuck yourself, Lucian, you fucking knob. God damn, I hate that move. No, we're double plagued. Double plague. What does it mean? We got 4 to spend. Let's go daggers drawn. Should we? Or terrifying cruelty? See, it's bleeding for 3 turns. He's already got bleed, but we actually go sleeping arms, then he can't use any abilities either.
Glory is mine.
That could be useful if he can't use his abilities. Let's go stabby stabby. Nice, his health is real low. We're wearing him down real fast. Uh-oh. Look out. Oh. Fuck, he just one-shotted that Geist. Told you Geists were fucking fragile. Holy balls. Didn't expect him to go down that easy though, to be fair. Oh wow, your health is still quite... Oh, yeah, that's right, you're undead, right? So, when this bitch uses poison, you're healing. Fuck. 800, wow. We really have lost damage. Thanks to Plague, we're losing our damage capacity. Making it much harder to finish him off. Hey, hey, hey! Just fucking hit me here. I guess you don't care because we're not allies or anything, but... Oh yeah, I forgot about you. What do you do? Fucking don't tell me, I don't want to know. Oh yeah, I don't want to know. Are you summoning more dudes? Is that what you do? You just summon dudes? Fucking asshole. Black Ring Painweaver? Undead on top of that. Oh, oh! Jesus! Well, that killed Sibyl. Just like that. Boom, dead. That was insanity. Are you done? Well, there's more enemies to deal with now. Fucking hooray. Armor-wise, not very impressive. Fucking health-wise, very, very strong. Brachus Rex is still healing. Like, he's getting healthier and healthier all the time. We need to use this to get rid of that plague. We can get our fucking damage back up. Die, you asshole. God damn. It's just not enough. Put up a circular protection, then we need to bring Sibyl back. God damn. Do you have to? We were doing so much damage to him and now he's healing faster than we can hurt him. Holy crap. He's getting serious now. All of a sudden he's like, oh, okay. We have to fight real proper now or we might die. Okay, here we go then. Here we fucking go then. Asshole. We need to get Sibyl back up. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to bring her back in the fire. So that she gets the circular protection abilities. Heal. Alright, alright. Man, this is turning into a fucking battlefield now. How come every time a fight breaks out, it always ends up looking like this? Just like a massive wall of fire everywhere. How does that happen every time? Who the fuck are you? Gareth? Oh my god, you're Gareth? I thought you looked fucking familiar. Like Gareth as in Gareth. Well, who knew? Who fucking knew? Gareth, you son of a bitch. Can't believe you turned evil on us, you fucking wankster. Alright, Sibyl. I know it's real dangerous to bring you out here. There's a good chance he'll fucking kill you. We need to put some damage down on this asshole. Oh, Lucian's getting up here. Come on, Lucian. Mess him up. Oh shit, that nearly killed him. Lucian, you hit like a truck, my friend. God damn, there's that plague bullshit again. Tell you what, having infinite source has been fucking super duper good, especially for the healies. Finish him, Sibyl. You got him. Now what?
Brachus Rex, the Source King of Legend, lies dead once more, perhaps even for good. Darius groans and looks to you with weakened eyes.
I have failed. The future of all that is rests on your shoulders.
Listen, this is it. Again. And I want you to know I'm not putting up a fight, not against you. My revels are now ended. Yours are about to begin.
Okay.
I've had my vengeance, my life and my liberty. You helped me win them back.
This would be easier to take seriously if you went burning with Necrofire right now.
And then, When we made love, all of me awoke.
That never happened. That totally never happened. That was Losa, not you.
All I want now is for this to end. To be by your side when we wage the final battle.
What? Game, you're crazy.
And long, long after.
Thank you for your vote of confidence. You won't fail it.
I know you won't. Now kiss me.
You kiss each other passionately, ready to face the darkest dark.
You're the wrong person. I'm sorry, Losa. She's made me do it. I don't know why.
Wait. Before we go any further, I have to tell you something.
Go on.
I just can't put the interests of one individual above the fate of all Rivellon. I've made that mistake before, and we all know how well it turned out.
So you'd rather stick together to the end?
At one time, I thought we could, but I was wrong.
We didn't
I
finish
need
this
to face
thing.
this end alone.
Bid him wait. You'll ensure that Divinity is used for good.
I've trusted before, and been burned by that trust. I can't do it again.
Ifan draws his weapon, wordless. His eyes are hard, and his mouth is set in a thin line.
There will be no new divine on my watch.
You think back on your journey here, on all you have seen, on how the Magisters hunted sorcerers who committed horrible crimes, and purged sorcerers who only tried to heal the sick. You think of how the Eternals unleashed void-woken horror on the world in an effort to reclaim it. You look at the source around you. You know that within your reach is Divinity. You think of what you could do with such power. Seeing the vast quantity of source in front of you, you think you should be able to handle a couple of void-woken. You think of your personal problems. It's time to make a choice. A choice that decides the fate of Rivellon, and of you. Where do you stand?
Take a deep breath and say it. You accept the power of Divinity. That's what we've worked towards.
The world fades and twists and mutates. You're in the Hall of Echoes now. It reshapes itself around you. Those who stood with you or against you are no longer there, but you know they cannot be far. This is where you shall decide once and for all, by trial of combat, who shall ascend. This is where you die or become divine. This is the greatest battle of them all.
Kinda doubt that. It's 3 versus 1. Okay. Alright. Let's do this, guys. We know what Ifan's like. He goes down like a sack of fucking bricks straight away. He's a weakling. And we'll show him just how weak he is. Get him, Sibyl. You're weak, Ifan. And you know it to be true. Now let's see what you've got.
Glory is mine.
Everybody else is on my side. You really think that you can beat all 3 of us? Are you insane? Yeah, nice work. You know how powerful Losa and I are, specifically. Especially Losa. Oh well. Sorry, my man. I kinda had a feeling this would come down to this at the end. Alright. Here we go. Fuck him up. Oh, that was nasty. You really think you can beat us?
Prepare yourself.
You might take Sibyl down, but you're certainly not going to take the other 2 down. And you haven't used items to do it in the first place, which is kind of sad, my friend. But now we're here to save the day. See you later. Here you go, Sabine. Enjoy. Enjoy being basically invincible. You have any idea how powerful Losa is? Like, any idea? There's no healer to save you, my man. Because you've struck it off alone, haven't you? See ya. Okay. You really want to win this fight, huh? Ooh, nasty. Yeah, burning to death, that's gonna suck.
After all that you have been through, and all that you have done, all that you have become, the Aetherin lies in front of you. Divinity is yours to take, or to sacrifice. What you do next decides your own fate, and the future of the world. What shall you do with Divinity?
Allow yourself and the world to be purged of its source. I know that's not the thing, that's not nice for us, it's not nice for anyone, but I feel like it's the best way to save the world. Let's just see how the ending goes.
And so it ended. A tale that began with my own ill-fated attempt to rid the world of the Godwoken. Dallas the Hammer, the secret eternal, purged the Godwoken and used the Source to close the veil to the void. The world was saved. Statues in memory of the Godwoken who sacrificed their Source were erected all across Rivellon.
Nice.
They would never be forgotten.
You did it.
The half-demon Melody took pity on the soulless, God-woken silent monks and brought them to the Hall of Echoes. There, from the scraps of their souls that remained, she restored them to life.
Oh, nice. Thanks, Melody.
No more, they lived out the rest of their lives, freed of the burden of being the God-woken, freed from the weight of the world. As for me, the God-woken sacrifice severed the link that bound the sworn to the God King, and I was finally free. To atone for my sins, I spent the rest of my days taking care of the sick and elderly, telling the story of the God-woken, that the world may never forget the greatest heroes Rivellon had ever seen.
I knew that was the right thing to do. That was totally the right thing to do. I was attacked by Dallas at the Well of Ascension, and then to Kim as an agent of... Oh my god. Fate of the world has been decided. New path was forged thanks to my actions. I did not ascend, and instead surrendered my powers to Lucian, the one-time divine and savior of Rivellon. He then banished Source from our plane of existence, sealing it away beyond the veil. Melody! Where are we going?
Melody stands tall and proud, sunlight sparkling off her mask. From here, she looks almost angelic.
Well, here we are again. You, me, and the ship I've saved from ruin for your personal benefit. I'd say you owe me, but why state the obvious?
Are we going to be Hall of Echoes pirates? That's awesome!
Ah, there you are. More than a silent monstrosity, less than a god. In the end, I'm not totally convinced it was worth my while to restore your consciousness, seeing what you've done with it so far.
Harsh, bro.
Where did I go wrong?
Say you're sorry if you disappointed her, but you had to do what was right.
Ugh. I'd been counting on sacrificing my health and happiness for a future god, you know, not a silent monk in waiting. Never mind. I'll find another way. I always do.
She fingers the mask covering her face. For a moment, it seems as though she's about to remove it, but instead, she places a hand on your shoulder.
We've come a long way together. I did my best by you all the way. Sacrificed much. And I'd have given even more to see you fulfill your destiny.
She looks you up and down.
I guess this will have to do. Take a moment, why don't you? Relax. Enjoy. I certainly plan to do the same.
That's where she plans to go.
Oh, I don't know. Around and about. Treat myself to some mead, a lover or 300. I'd say we've earned it.
Speaking of which, is Lysa here?
Perhaps our paths will cross again. Perhaps not. Until we find out.
Sabille, Lysa. They are here.
You are a very, very, very lucky person. If Malady hadn't restored us, I'd be a drooling monstrosity, but a vengeful one.
You're exceedingly glad things didn't turn out that way.
Me too. I would have made an awful silent monk. Alosa must sing, and that's that.
That's what you'll do now.
Get loot, play loot, get glad. So, Chief, I guess this is it, right?
Say you guess so, but you won't forget her? Not ever? Is that our only option?
Well, I mean, you can always come with me. I'm just saying, it's an option.
There we go, see, it's going back to normal again, but on the thing it said that we slept with Sabille.
If you want. Maybe? I still love you.
As she turns from you, the whites of her eyes darken, the veins in her face go grey, and a wicked smile curls her mouth. Suddenly it's gone again. She winks, and you're left wondering whether you saw anything at all.
See you around.
God damn, why can't we go with her? Sabille?
You're here, and I'm here, if just barely. Thank the gods, or whomever, for Malady.
Ask how she feels about Lucian.
I'm curious to see how long he'll last.
Is he alive?
He's a good man, which makes him a dubious god.
Didn't think he survived that battle.
I suppose in the end, I want more from life than to belong to a stale pantheon.
That's what she'll do now.
She looks around at the blue skies and seas, smiling.
Whatever I like.
Yeah.
She puts a hand lightly on your shoulder and pulls you toward her.
We have shared times both good and bad. Times beautiful and ugly. I won't forget them. Not for anything. I'm eager to see what our companion will do for the realm. But I'm eager to see what you'll do too. Don't be a stranger now.
Yeah. Ah, Fane. Hey kid, can't believe you're still alive.
Are you okay? You don't look okay.
Dude, we've never been more okay. Anyone down the bottom then?
There's nothing interesting down there. The future lies above, not below.
Alright, sorry about it. Can we talk to Lysa anymore?
Losa sings to herself, a small smile about her lips.
Let's go. Let's talk to Fane, I guess.
I suppose it's time for me to explore a new form of eternity.
You say?
It gives me almost as much pleasure to speak to you as it does to be whole again.
Remark that it's good to see her. The Lady Vengeance has been a dependable ally.
I will always be an ally to those that carry source, to those whose blood is of the heroes of old, and so, as always, I am at the ready.
Nod silently. It's time to depart.
You look out to the endless beyond. The sun's light plays upon the waves, just as it always did. The sails flutter in the wind, just as they always will. And yet, something is different. You are different. And with a start, you realize where you must go next. You speak the command to the Lady Vengeance, and another chapter begins. At last, the world was at peace. As the races united behind Lucian, Arx remained the center of power. The ancient Lizard Empire opened its gates. The houses disbanded, and the Empire adopted a pluralist quasi-democracy. Anyone could vote for whoever they pleased, as long as the House of Shadows approved. With their queen dead and the Voidwoken gone, the dwarves held the greatest party in the history of dwarves.
The queen's dead.
The king took the throne, the local brewer. 6 days later, he was stabbed to death with a mutton fork. Lucian made amends to the elves. He gave them lands and vast riches from the coffers of the old divine order. But the elves never forgave him. They would not trust humans again. And in a dark forest on the far side of a desert, well beyond the high seas, the Black Ring came together once more. The island of Fort Joy, the old redoubt of the Source King Brachus Rex, was turned over to the people of Driftwood to use as they wished. They turned it into a holiday resort.
Nice.
Reaper's Coast prospered. The fisheries returned, and the fertile farmlands produced the greatest harvests the surviving farmers had ever seen. Blood Moon Island became particularly fecund, its soil producing the greatest crops. A particularly crimson-fleshed orange grown on the island became a delicacy across half the world. The black pits took fire. The oil there burns still. Driftwood became a center of industry, trade, and transport. Lohar the dwarf became mayor. His time in office was cut short by an unfortunate wound that spontaneously appeared on his neck. Lagan left his over-demanding wife and began a relationship with a local bard. In the spirit of loving generosity, he returned the ring to his now ex-wife. In a fit of rage, she threw it into the sea.
Oh, goddamn.
You would never forget Dorothea's kiss. Dorothea herself left Driftwood for the ancient empire, ever in search of the perfect kiss. She never found it, although once or twice she came close. The nameless isle had vanished. Although only open water remained, by instinct ships would steer clear. None of the captains could articulate why. Arx became a great metropolis, famed for its prosperity, its culture, its diversity, and the willingness of its denizens to stab each other in the back for the slightest advantage. Young Han went into the theatre and became one of the realm's most popular actors. With no new divine, Malady found herself in a predicament. She had an important problem to solve, but no ally strong enough to call upon, and so her search continued. Ahu the wizard became one of Lucian's most trusted advisors once more. He always knew that something had changed in the divine. He never discovered what that was, or, if he did, he never said a word. With Lucian in power, Sahala took the elves away from the world. They grew strong once more, amidst the trees of the regrown home forest. Some say her plans for revenge will bring about the end of days.
Nice.
Some say only Tova, her mother, holds her back. Lucian returned as divine, united the races, and became Lord Emperor of all Rivellon. Only Dallis knew that he was entirely powerless. Dallis and you. The Eternal, now known as Dallis, was a secret advisor to Lucian and to his successors. For eons she would walk in the world, and would outlive the peoples and all, and wander alone amongst the dying stars. Sabine wandered the world. She became a household name, famed the realm over as a traveling hero, celebrated wherever she went.
Nice.
Enjoying life to the fullest, she was truly and finally free.
She's a good egg after
Rosa
all.
returned to her music and enjoyed a storied career as Rivellon's premier musician. Dark moods would at times overtake her, and she would spend long hours walking in the wilds. She always returned with a new song. And then there was you. You returned to the world as one more kin among many. Your future was yours to decide. Did you accept your new status with humility? Or did you rebel? Only you know the truth. Only you know if you atone for your sins.
Whoa. Amazing. Man, that ending thing, slideshow thing, had so much in it. I guess we've been at this for a long time. A long time. I'd say this is about 80 episodes in. Incredible. That last fight was pretty tough, but it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, realistically. Alright, well. I think I picked the right ending. At least I'm happy with that ending. I think we did what was best for everyone. But I am curious to see how it ends otherwise. I may have to come back in my own time and have a look at some more endings, but we will be doing Divinity Original Sin 1 on the channel very soon, so till then, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next series.
dance with me, we'll make them bleed. Sing for me, I'll sing along. Sing for me, oh sing for me.